Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the kitchen, and more importantly, day 8 of the AeroGarden Elite update here. So we started this just over a week ago. If this is your first time here, I'm doing regular daily updates. We're watching the AeroGarden grow. We're eventually going to be using the herbs as ingredients for some of the live streams on the show. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, but hit the notification bell and you'll get notified when I do go live to the channel. So let's get into this. We've got some stuff happening for this one. So I did have a question though that we will answer as well. And the question being is, how long does the pump run for in the AeroGarden? Now in the base of the AeroGarden, we'll show it when we go give the plant update. The base holds water, but there's a pump that circulates air and circulates the water around at different intervals. And it goes on it goes on twice an hour. So it'll go on for 25 minutes. It'll be off for 25 minutes. It'll go on for 5 minutes. It'll be off for another 25, and then it'll go on for 5. So twice an hour it will run. There is also a way in the settings for it to test the pump to make sure that it is working, and we'll show that with the update as well. So let's get into it. Let's go check out where our herbs are today and show you a quick little update. There's some action happening, so it's kind of neat. Okay, here we are, AeroGarden. This is day 8. We've got 7 full days planted. The first day, this being day 8, the first day was the unboxing and setup. So it's counting forward from there. So we've got 7 days of growing, and we have 7 more days until we have to put more plant food into the AeroGarden, and it will take 2 capfuls, but we'll do that in 7 days. So first, let's give answer to that question about the pump. So in the base of the AeroGarden, it holds water, and there is a pump inside in the bottom that when you plug it in, the light turns on, but it also runs the pump, and it actually is going right now, and you can kind of see the water moving there up to the fill line. We haven't had to put any extra water in there. It just turned off actually. So in the bottom there's a pump with a little filter, and that will circulate the water around, gives oxygen to the roots, and keeps the water from getting stagnant in there. So there is a way. This will run twice an hour, but there is a way to test that to make sure everything's working, because it is kind of difficult to know exactly when it's going to go on and off and that kind of thing. And it is very quiet, so you're not going to really hear it unless you're actually opening it and looking at it. But there's a way to test it. So you want to hit the green glowing button here, and these buttons are just touch sensitive. You don't have to press them very hard. So you hit that twice, and you're going to get the arrows to select. So you can go down arrow, up arrow. Either way works. And you want to go to the spot where it says test pump. You're going to hit the green button again, and it's going to test it. It's not going to run for the full 5 minutes. It only runs for, I think, about a minute. But there's the pump is going there. You can probably see the water dripping down. So that is how to test the pump on your AeroGarden, just to make sure things are working. So let's give an update for some of the plants here. The one that we've got the most action on, and actually we can probably you can actually see it through the dome. I can probably actually take that off because it's actually touching the dome now. So we'll take that one off. And that is the dill. And we've actually got 2. There's 2 little sprouts there coming up. That's come up quite a bit from yesterday actually. So that was set to sprout in 8 to 21 days. So we're actually a little bit ahead, but nothing wrong with that. So there's the dill that's growing. And then we have a couple of the basil is still, there you go. You can see the basil a lot better now. It is getting much bigger. That's the Thai basil there. So that one will be coming through the top pretty soon, I bet, another day or 2. And then we have the Genovese basil you can see as well. And that's a little bit smaller. Let's go this way so you can see, there we go. So you can kind of see the Genovese basil popping up. And that was set to sprout in 6 to 12 days, so we're right on time there. And the rest, let's just see here. I don't think we're getting much else. This is the thyme. You can see a little bit of fuzz kind of started there, and the green underneath. So it's coming up, so that should be coming through in the next day or 2. And the mint, not much action from the mint yet. We should see, hopefully, the mint pop up any day now, but nothing yet. And then the curly parsley, we're still a ways off. There's nothing happening there, so nothing to show. We'll keep that covered up. The curly parsley is not set to sprout until 21 days. So we're still a ways off, but the dill, there we go. We got some dill. We'll keep an eye on that one. That one is really shot up overnight. Yesterday it wasn't even, it was up a little bit. If you watched that video from yesterday, it was just poked through a little bit, but now we've got some dill growing. So we'll leave the dome off and we'll update this one tomorrow. So there we go. That is the day 8 update. So we've been growing for 7 days and the AeroGarden, and we're starting to see some action, which is pretty cool. So thanks for everybody. Thanks for joining me for day 8 and some action going here. It's kind of neat to see that it's all growing. Hopefully they all do come up. I know I read online that if for some reason they don't germinate and start to grow, AeroGarden does have I'll have to check it out a bit more detail, but they do have, I guess, a warranty where you can contact their customer service and they will ship you out a replacement pod to grow. So hopefully everything grows, but if it doesn't, we'll have to try out and see if we can get a new replacement. That's day 8. Thanks for joining me. If it's your first time here, I've got all the AeroGarden updates in a playlist. I will link it at the end of this video so you can check out the progress from day 1 to day 2. It also answers a lot of the frequently asked questions about growing in the AeroGarden that people have asked me on the channel. If you did have a question that you wanted to have answered on a video, leave me a comment down below and I will get the answer for you and answer it in an upcoming video. So thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you on the next video, and we'll see you on the next live stream. Take care, everybody.